Hi, my name's Tim Hughes, co-founder of Wedding Booking System. In this short series of videos, we wanted to uncover and share with you the 3 key barriers that are preventing growth in venue businesses today, and how we at Wedding Booking System have gone about solving these key challenges for our 220 plus venue clients, enabling them to drive more bookings and increase operational efficiency at the same time. We have found one or some or all of these 3 barriers to exist in every single venue we have spoken with over the last 5.5 years. Regardless of size, regardless of shape, regardless of structure, they are all prevalent, and we believe them to be the true, often unknown barriers preventing venues from their true growth potential as a business. To take a quick step back and to give us a little bit of context, if we think about the way venues identify, qualify and secure new wedding bookings, this process hasn't really changed much over the last 20 years or so. And as a result, it means venues have been forced to adopt this broken process of operating blindly at every single step of the sales process, and kind of just hope that they hit that booking goal that they needed at the end of the year. If you've ever questioned any part of this process yourself, or have been underbooked in your own venue and not really been able to pinpoint the exact reason as to why, then maybe you will find the following videos helpful and valuable. Thank you. Here's video 1, how venues are forced to deal with every single inquiry, including the brochure collectors and time wasters that plague the industry as a whole, why it's a massive barrier to growth, and how you can solve that challenge in your own venue. Enjoy.
Welcome to video 1. The majority of venues today are forced to service every single inquiry without knowing if they're serious or not. There's been no intelligence layer at inquiry level. So let's just unpack that a little to uncover why it's one of the major barriers preventing growth for wedding venues today. So let's take a scenario of, let's keep it easy, 100 inquiries come in to the business. 100 have to get worked on. As we said, we don't know who's serious, who's not. What do we mean by worked on? Put them in the spreadsheet, send out the brochure, try to give them a call, put them in the chase system, chase 1, chase 2, and so on and so forth. It's laborious, it's largely manual, and the average venue spends 21 hours a week on the chasing process alone. So if 100 come in and 100 have to get worked on, but hold on a minute, it's a known industry fact that 75 to 85% are false inquiries right off the bat. So on that basis, then, we have just identified 75 to 85% wasted labour. So do you think then that it's possible, if your venue is operating in this way, that the team may be focusing most of their time and effort on the wrong things? Actions that aren't actually revenue generating inside the business. So if you're sick and tired of working with the bad fit prospects, making the team more bride chaser versus booking taker, then get in touch. We will take you through our solution that has helped over 220 plus of our venue clients solve this challenge. It's called Inquiry Intelligence. It literally shows your team the most serious inquiries from the very start so that you can book them before the competition can. Thank you.
Hi, welcome back to the series, The 3 Barriers Preventing Venues from Growth. I hope you enjoyed video 1. If you haven't watched that yet, please check it out. We'll provide a link for that here so you don't miss it. Here's video 2. Venues today are forced to work with the inquiry levels they get versus the inquiry levels they need as a business. Why it's a massive barrier to growth and how you can solve that key challenge in your own venue. Enjoy.
Welcome to video 2 in the series. Today, the majority of venues are forced to work with the inquiry levels they get versus the inquiry levels they need. We're going to dig in now to why this is a major barrier preventing growth to wedding venues today. So here on the left hand side we have each of the key stages of the sales process. So let's run through some example numbers. Let's say, again keeping it simple, 100 inquiries come into the business in any 1 month. Let's keep it simple. As we know, 75 to 85% of initial inquiries are brochure collectors, they're time wasters. So let's be generous and say we get 30 responses off the back of those inquiries. Let's from that point say that we get 5 show rounds, and then again keep it simple, let's say we take 1 booking from that. So let's say then from this point that we didn't want 1 booking. Let's say our target that month was more like 5 bookings. So effectively what's happened here is we've come in short. We're underbooked effectively. We've got open slots on the calendar. The problem with this process is that we needed more inquiries at the top, didn't we, to work from. The horse has already bolted. There's a disconnect between the level of inquiries we need versus the level of inquiries we get. So ultimately what we're saying is if we're happy to just settle for the level of inquiries that come into the business, then we better get ready to just settle for the number of bookings that we take. Because each of these stages here feeds the next one, right? And if we're going to work top down, as we always have done, this is the way it's always worked, then we're setting ourselves up to fail right from the start, because the whole thing is based on hope. At every one of these stages, hoping we get enough inquiries, hoping there's enough good ones in there that respond, hoping enough show rounds come off the back. So the whole thing is predicated and based upon hope, every one of these sales stages. Have you ever felt like this process is broken? That it's been around for far too long? What if there was a smarter way? Well, at Wedding Booking System, what we do, what we enable our 220 plus venue clients to do is work bottom up, where we establish the goal first, working backwards with you to say, based on your conversion rates, we need a minimum of 25 show rounds. Therefore, we need more like 150 responses. Therefore, we need a minimum of 500 inquiries to work with at the beginning. What we do is we work bottom up with our clients. We go out and we bring that venue the inquiry levels they need to hit their booking goal. Can you see the disparity in these two numbers here? It makes running their business very simple. So if you're sick and tired of ending up underbooked, versus fully booked, and just kind of hoping that you're going to get there, then get in touch today. We can take you through our solution that we developed over 5.5 years ago. It's called Inquiries on Demand. How it's helping 220 plus of our venue clients work smarter, not harder, and how you could use it too in your venue. Thank you.
Hi, welcome back to the series, The 3 Barriers Preventing Venues from Growth. I hope you enjoyed video 2. If you haven't watched that yet, please check it out. We'll provide a link for it here so you don't miss it. Here is video 3. Venues today are forced to use outdated methods of follow-up that aren't getting through. Why it's a massive barrier to growth and how you can solve that challenge in your own venue. Enjoy.
Welcome to video 3. The majority of venues today are forced to use outdated methods of follow-up that aren't getting through. Most of the venues we speak to are still using phone call and email as the primary sources of communication and still managing all of the follow-up process by hand. Why is that a problem and a major barrier preventing growth today? Well, let's start with a quick question. Does every prospect pick up the phone? Do they all respond to emails as quickly as we'd like? Or even reply at all? Does that become demoralising to you and the sales team after a while? What does that tell us about the modern day bride? Do you think it's possible that the modern day bride is using other forms of communication, more responsive, more modern forms of communication, to speak to friends, to speak to family, even to speak to other businesses? Things like website, chat, to get through and to have a conversation directly from the website, messenger, available on various social channels, WhatsApp, SMS. Open rate of an SMS is 99%. Venues today don't have a sales problem. What they have is a communications problem. They can't get their message and their content through to the right person on the right platform at the right time, so they get picked up by the competition. They're using these less and these more, period. So if you're sick and tired of being the bottleneck in your own business and doing all this time-consuming follow-up by hand and still feel like it's not getting through and it's not delivering you the bookings you deserve, then get in touch today. We can talk you through our solution. It's called Inquiry to Booking Accelerator, and how it's solved these key challenges for our 220 plus venue clients, enabling them to do 90% less follow-up work inside their business and secure more bookings at the same time. Thank you.